September 12, 2024. Yesterday, on September 11th, we hit the lowest mortgage interest rates we've seen since February of 2023. Will they continue? And what's going on in the West Valley of Phoenix? Let's look at two cities today, Glendale and Peoria. Hi again, folks. Tom Mason with West USA Realty. In my list of videos that I like to do, once a week I think I'm going to add in this kind of video. This is going to show trends in the market for interest rates and prices in the West Valley, particularly two of the biggest cities, which are Glendale, Arizona and Peoria, Arizona. It's important to see these trends and watch them because you might pick up on a time for you to enter into that market and finally get that home you've been looking for, and the opportune time to capitalize on that. So let's look at a couple charts straight from the MLS, tell you what's going on in the marketplace here. First thing we want to do is take a look at the mortgage rates. As I said yesterday, on September 11th, we hit the lowest we've hit since February 2023. Today it's up slightly, only about 4 basis points, from 6.11 to 6.15. If we watch the 10-year Treasury, the 10-year Treasury went up slightly today, and that accounts for that change. And this has been a trend that we've seen since May, where when we really saw the market start taking into account that the rate of growth of inflation is slowing. Doesn't mean inflation is going away, it just means it's growing a little bit more slowly, and getting some of those positive reports have driven down this price. Now that has two impacts. The Treasury Department can lower its returns on the 10-year Treasury for investors, and that's the basis for mortgage interest rates. But then the secondary mortgage market or mortgage-backed securities, they add a little bit of vigorish, a little bit of interest on top of that, so they make money when they do transactions. Normally it's about 2.25 added onto the 10-year. Right now it's about 2.6. So as inflation comes down, they don't have to add that 2.6 anymore. They'll still make money as they lower that rate of that secondary mortgage market. So if the rate of the growth of inflation continues to drop, maybe we'll see this continue in a downward trend. And we know that next week in September, the middle of September, the Federal Reserve has announced that they're going to make a rate cut, which means they're seeing lower inflation. Make sense? I know, math. So now let's look at the two biggest cities in the west side of Phoenix to find out what's going on. This infographic gives us a lot of information about what's happening in the marketplace. We can see that active listings are up to 576, but last year, and they're higher from last year, which were 329. So year over year, they're up 75%, but sold listings are down 18.6%. We had 201 homes sold in August. Last year, we had 247 during the same time period. You notice I'm not doing September because September's not over yet. I'm going to focus on full months of data. Median sale price, we see that has gone up slightly, just about $3 from $245 to $248, a 1.4% increase. And we see our months of supply is up, which means how long would it take to sell everything that's in inventory right now? And that's grown 115%. Last August, we were only at 1.3 months of supply. Now we're almost 3 months of supply. Median days of market, though, has also gone up from 25 days to 45 days. This tells us that homes are staying on the market longer. Even though there are more listings, there are fewer sales because interest rates, folks. So for you, if you're a buyer, you have opportunities because sellers are waiting to sell. They're not getting buyers coming in. So if you see a home you like, make an offer. Now, keeping this in mind, let's switch over to Peoria and find out what's going on there. Here, we're going to deselect Glendale. And let's go to Peoria. And now we're in Peoria. Now let's see if we see anything similar going on here. We do see 85% active listings are up. Great. Very similar to Glendale. But unlike Glendale, sold listings are up from last year, from 218 to 219. We do see the median sales price per square foot pretty flat at $255, same as last year in August. Months of supply has increased again up to 3 months, from 1.5 months to 3 months. Active days on market is up to 48 from 33, but a little bit better than in Glendale. So between these two cities, if we have Peoria, we have Glendale, we know that the sellers in Glendale are a little bit more anxious because their homes have been on the market longer, and they may be having to travel, move out of state for a job. They may have made an offer on a different house and they're waiting to sell, which we call contract contingent on buyer sale. You'll see that as CCBS in the MLS. So this gives us a good idea of which market you might want to take a look at, particularly if you're on a budget and you're really, you know, inflation has hurt a lot of people, taking away savings. So we know that you might not have that great down payment, and we know you may want to look for a less expensive house because of that. If you're renting and you're just throwing away money every month on that rent and you want to start building equity, getting into a house to begin with, you know, pick what you can get, start your journey, and then in a few years you're ready to move up. Maybe interest rates come down, maybe more houses get built. You have that opportunity. But right now, if you're a renter and you have any opportunity to get in there are some lenders I work with. There's two that I'll list in the description of the channel. One has already announced they're giving a $7,000 grant. If you look at my video on interview with that lender, you'll see that information there. So there's opportunities out there. If you're interested in either Peoria or Glendale, please leave a comment below or give me a call. I'm going to do a deeper dive on statistics in my next video for really nerdy stat geeks like me. So if you want to know more about the really deep dive on what price points are selling and at what rate they're selling right now in those two cities, you'll see it in an upcoming video. But other than that, I hope you have a great weekend.